What up, it's your boy T-Bone Reaction. So I might consider this something like a thoughts tosser reaction. So most recently we lost the legendary wrestler Hulk Hogan this past weekend as well too. Now we all know, we are not. Here's the thing: we can acknowledge the fact what he done for wrestling a lot, but at the same time we can't walk past the stuff the person we got to know him to become. Ooh, this is a good one to check out later today from D Conway. Anyway, we ain't going to walk past what he forced to become. We found out about him later on in life, where it is after a wrestler, or where he been the whole time, behind the scenes, whatever, which unfortunately wasn't good. And because of that, it was like a conflicted dilemma with folks on their reaction to the death. The people that don't people who don't give a fuck will still be on some F Hulk Hogan, while others, some of us who understand, especially black fans who should feel some type of way, we should, about how he feel about us, but at the same time we can't walk past about his contribution and his legacy in wrestling. And the thing about that though, because of that, it's been a lot of craziness as well too. So the video, it's gonna be a reaction to reaction, pretty much. And the reason I wanted it, because I wanted to not only hear the reaction to the original video from Chiseled Adonis thoughts on this, but also kicking into RosS' own thoughts about it as well too, and I'm gonna share my piece as well too. So yeah, it's gonna be Chisel video is 12 minutes and 49 minutes. RosS video 20:31. I might make it longer than that, but anyway. But yeah, a lot of folks said vote craziness. You even got from folks like calling each other coons, or making them feel like giving them the Steven from the Django meme and all that for any black person that say RIP to Hogan, because he was controversial about us, as well as in general being a not so good person, to folks including wrestlers themselves getting death threats and toxic comments towards them. One being Chelsea Green. I know, despite her character currently being the heel character right now, she shouldn't be getting a kind of reception from folks. That's just not cool. To the fact that she had to take a break from social media as well too. So, and eyewitness as well too, like my own folks, from friends to even family, mainly family from the in-laws, because I got family who's about their peoples as well too, that will get shit on anybody for saying this and saying R.I.P. Peter Hogan too, because he was there, how he was too as my people. So anyway, I'm going to check out RosS' thoughts on this, and along with Chiseled Adonis, and I'm going to share my piece as well too, go along with it. So let's get it.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy RosS back at again with another video. So we're gonna check out Hulk Hogan's death got people moving crazy by none other than the homie Chiseled Adonis. Shout out to Chiseled, bro.
Always.
I appreciate his wrestling takes and his wrestling opinion, and his knowledge.
Have not real watched anything. He also does his own reaction to wrestling pay-per-views as well too, but infamous for his commentaries with his own little kind of sports as well as wrestling as well too. He has been guest on In the Clutch live or streaming of wrestling as well too. So yeah, he definitely always did put his little 2 cents in about being a wrestler fan as well too. So yeah.
Of wrestling as a whole. This is actually one of our personal friends. So when I saw that he made this video, I definitely wanted to kind of see what he had to say about all of this, because be honest with you, social media is still kind of in just this crazy state right now.
Yeah.
Like, people have their opinions on Hulk Hogan, and they're letting it be known in full force on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever, A lot of it may be positive and showing some respect for Hulk Hogan, and then there's a lot where it is just toxicity. Yeah.
Here's the thing about that. This is one thing. Here's the thing. I don't care how bad of a person you are. Well, then again, because if something happened to the, our current leader right now, I mean, I may be tempted to be a hypocrite with my what I'm gonna say right this, but at the same time, I feel like I should not be one. But I'm not okay with folks celebrating anybody's stuff. If anything, it should go along with you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But you can't tell anybody anything these days. You got folks these days who worship villains like crazy. Especially in the wrestling, folks are celebrating heels like crazy as well too, to the point they're even giving other folks a hard time for not rooting heels. They're damn near villainizing them for not rooting for heels. Top one being Naomi right now. Top one being Naomi. Anybody don't root for Naomi, they think there's something a bit wrong with them. Not me. I guess she's supposed to do a good thing. I can't say that, but at the same time, she's supposed to be the heel right now. So I don't know. Is Duddy booking doing this right or wrong, or who knows? Anyway, so there's people who don't give a fuck, but either way, it's just still feel right for me to celebrate somebody's death. And I mean, like I say, I might, if something happened to the current leader in a way, because he's been making our lives in hell. But at the same time, it still went for right in my heart, being a good person I am as well too. Which people realize that, just people don't want to realize that. But anyway, like I said, I'm already about to make this video longer than it's supposed to be, so let's get it.
So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how he felt about this whole situation, and once again, shout out to Chisel. I'm going to link down the video down below. If you're not subscribed to him, it's your first time actually
and I know hasn't been lately been linking videos. I'm going to link both his and RosS and Chisel just for this one for sure.
Checking out one of his videos. Go check him out, bro. He makes some great wrestling videos, and he also makes some great not WWE, football commentary. I don't know if he's going to be doing it again this year, but his football commentary is top notch, man. NFL commentary. So we're gonna check this out. Let's see what the homie Chisel has to say, man. What's going down, man?
Of course, this will be the first video come on Heat. Okay. Of course, it's the first video come on.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I shouldn't be laughing, but I'm gonna be honest. That's still one of my favorite RKOs because he just fell like an old man. I'm sorry. He just
yeah. Of course. I guess when anything happened to Hogan, just to celebrate.
Alright, so boom. As we all know, the legendary, immortal, although he's not necessarily immortal anymore since he's since passed away, right. Hulk Hogan passed away yesterday.
Yep, that's about Chisel. He gonna get his little jokes out.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he like I said, like something I don't mind and understand it, but at the same time, I don't feel right doing it because that's not who I am.
He is an immortal. For real, we seen he's actually immortal. His legacy probably. It's tarnished, but that will live on forever, most likely. But him, nah, that's GG's.
Yesterday, at 71 years old. And let me first address the elephant in the room. Hulk Hogan had his outstandings. There's no denying that. We heard that secretly recorded tape in 2007 laced with racist remarks.
Ironically, they saying that it was 10 years since that sister's racist as well, too. Yeah, and this other thing, a lot of people we're sharing that as a reminder. Like we don't need to remind. We knew the fuck happened. Like, but people gotta be assholes and petty. Like I said, state of the society we're in right now.
There's a point where our book was fucking like a son. Would have been hanging out. I got holding hands together on Twitter, getting close to the fight war. I'm fucking good. I'm not a double standard kind of guy. I'm a racist to a point. nice people. They already have. We all are that way. Yeah, like when it comes to nice people, you can't.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck shit. I don't care if fucking football, or even on basketball player. They have to game. If we're gonna talk to players, let's see the rich one. This kid is a multi-billionaire, but
that ultimately got released in 2015 that led to his subsequent release from WWE and then ultimately getting wiped from everything WWE for a temporary period of time. Like I remember on the Hall of Fame, you couldn't find him there. On the WWE Network, if you searched Hulk Hogan, it would say like nothing found, but his segments were still on there, but he essentially got like the Benoit treatment, but that's not obviously the same thing, but you get what it is that I'm saying here, right? And Hulk Hogan had his outstandings.
Yep.
But with all that being said, here's something that I just cannot wrap my mind around. Yes, you are entitled to feel however it is that you feel about it. You do not.
Here's the thing. Like I said, the entitlement and fear, but just never had the same type of feeling, never had the same type of morality or anything. So yes,
under any circumstance, have to feel bad about his passing. However, I think it's very, very, very odd that there is a large percentage of the populace who consume, whether it be wrestling or anything in pop culture, who felt the need to go and police how people are supposed to feel about it. You got friends, family, co-workers, fans paying their respects to Hulk Hogan. And in the comment section, in the tweet threads, whatever the case is, people are attacking them for paying their respect. That makes absolutely no sense to me.
Exactly. Say that right there. We get it. Do what you want on your page. Do what you want. If your group fans don't like Hogan, do amongst yourself. But don't go on other folks' pages harassing others for doing that. Don't do that. You can say that, oh, fuck Hogan or anything, but don't say nothing to the person who posted. Don't call him a coon. Don't call him Uncle Tom. Don't tell him no tap dance. None of that. Because that will piss you. Because you want to start something. Because the fucked part by it, that's sometimes be their intention too. That's the other thing. Like, and then the thing, and like I said, and I said it in my own post, it's like folks is ready to get, it's like folks getting the wrong idea why they paying respect for it though. I get it, he was a racist. He I'm gonna say it now, he was a racist. He may have been a POS person, and no good person will ever. But folks are still going to show their love and respect because of the legacy he left as a wrestler, as Hulk Hogan the character. Whether you like them as the Hulkamaniac or for the Hill fans, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Or even for the later Rebel Wrestling fan, the return Hulk Hogan with the voodoo semi-Hollywood, but Hulkamaniac Hulk Hogan as well too, which I always said that low-key, that was like my favorite version of Hogan right here. When he came at WWE with the long pants and still was a little bit high, but he was Hulkster again after his match against Rock as well too. And matter of fact, him versus Rock, still I still as my favorite matchup of all time as well too, as well. It's just folks. I get folks have that can't forgive for reasons you shouldn't, but at the same time, don't give other people a hard time or wrestling. Wrestling in general is already a lot of us, including myself, of course, already dealing with conflicted limits in wrestling anyway. Whether it's tribalism, the alignment system, anything, just in general. But to add on to this, even featuring outsiders of wrestling to chime in on it, because of that, makes things worse. It does. It makes it low-key even more stressful. We already hesitant to say RIP to him because of him, cause especially if you're black, or if you a person don't like people, because people stuff, but you same time you recognize his legacy, then yeah. But still, it's just his whole death and everything was already we already knew it was going to be the day he passed away. Even before it happened, it was going to be a conflicted dilemma, and it showed it right there for real, though. But yeah, that's my piece. I'm gonna let Shell say his, and no RosS sit here. Then I'm probably gonna chime in again as well too. Like I said, this is 14 minutes. This is 14 minutes, 30 minutes of my video. It's 4 minutes, 35 minutes, and RosS video. It's probably only a minute something in Chiseled video. So yeah.
One thing to sit over here and celebrate, somebody's passing, which is still insane because we're
Yeah.
all going to have to face the music at one point. Regardless.
That's the other thing. That's why I don't do that either. One, karma's a bitch. Two, I don't want that. I know I get it won't matter because I won't notice it, but at the same time, I don't want nobody feeling that same way about myself. That's why I try my hardest to be the goodest person I can as well too, no matter what. Because I don't want to feel like give anybody a reason to tap dance and dance on my grave. No, I want them to make me feel. I want them to, I want to leave a lasting impression as well too. That's why another reason why I hate this. I dislike that quote. You live long enough to see, and unfortunately, Hogan pretty much did that. She died a hero, at least see so long enough to see some of the villain, and Hulk Hogan was the big example of that. But at the same time, that's why I don't want that to ever. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be remember most of my memory be for the bad thing I do. Why there's just some good thing they remember me as. I don't want bad things to do because, like I said, I've been around folks who, at first, they say this. We hear all this good stuff about folks when they die, and then we hear from other people as well too. You hear how much piece of shit or how no good they were at time as well too. I don't want to ever deal with that. And now we're witnesses out of Hogan right now as well too. But at the same time, to me, it's still a little key insensitive to celebrate death like that. And that's why I feel like I'm retracking myself if I feel about the current, what if anything happened, I'm gonna be a little separate. Nah. I might still feel guilty doing it just because, it's not in my heart. I mean, I might think about it, but at the same time, I don't want that bit brought back on myself.
Right? So it's still crazy to me that somebody would celebrate somebody's death. But to go along the lines of going and attacking people for paying their respects is crazy to me.
And that's the thing. That's where, for me, I draw the line at. Like,
exactly.
You're entitled to feel how you want to feel. You don't have no sympathy or empathy for his passing. Fine,
Right.
whatever. It is what it is. But then to go out there and to really be dancing on his grave in a sense, even though for me, I'm good on it. I kind of stay away from that type of stuff.
Yes.
All right, cool. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. I mean, it's the internet. You figure that's going to happen regardless. But then to go at people who had a personal relationship with Hogan, or just want to show their respects, and then to try to chastise them and come at them like they're horrible individuals for trying to show any type of respect to the family or for his passing. That's where it should be like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing?
Exactly. Like, okay, it's not you. But at the same time, don't shit on others for doing that. Like, come on, like that's not cool. Like, that's the point that you send death threats to. You call them out their name. You think you make them feel like they make them feel like shit, pretty much. You know what I'm saying? For do something you think you follow your heart is the right thing. I mean, sure, the person wasn't good, but, and I said this myself, don't mean you gotta go down this level. So these people, we not going that level. We wasn't this and that. So I get it. You maybe wasn't a racist. You maybe wasn't a piece of shit person like him as well too. But at the same time, this whole mashing energy thing is, to me, ain't it. Know what I mean? If I try, I know I'm gonna feel like crap afterwards as well too. I mean, I may try my hardest not to feel crap about it because I know I have this I say what I said mentality. I don't, to me, I don't understand how people can have that I said what I said mentality as well too without feeling like crap. Because I can try, I can try and I'm gonna feel like shit. Maybe it's because that's me. Again, that's me. But at the same time, it's like, it makes you question folks' mentality sometimes. I get it. And man, my mentality might be questioned many times because I'm not being because I'm not being insensitive to a sensitive person because I don't like mashing energy. That's why, as well too. Number two, I don't like people getting the wrong idea about me. Hence why I don't root for bad guy villains or heels because I don't want people getting the wrong idea. See, I did that. I condone that stuff because I had people try it with not just that with music. I told you a while back. Because I'm a big, me, I'm a big Tyler Creator fan, and I was fans of him since his early albums. And those early albums, Tyler Creator early albums, he was on some shock value shit, and a lot of shock value shit was a little offensive. And the fact that I was okay with fan of his art, I got people coming in my head one time about it because it was offensive to them, and they thought I wasn't a good person for liking it. It's just music. I don't condone it, but at the time, in my thought, I wanted to hear something different inside. I wanted to hear something different besides the usual bling bling. I got money, I got this and that. I'm a boss, bull, not bullshit, cocky, arrogant shit that I heard him rapping. I mean, nothing against it. I bounce to it, but at the same time, I want something to relate to. You know what I'm saying? Not saying I'll do this stuff to it, but I want something relate down a little different and I would say relatable, different, and not something I'm gonna feel inferior to as well too. And like me, and too, I was in a place where I felt it felt wanted like me and like saying entire career delivering it out to me. But I'm no change server at the same time. I'm getting at is folks unfortunately will find ways to get the wrong idea about you, and it's not even the case. It's sad too. Like I said. 20 minutes in this video and it's minute 5 minutes. It's gonna be an hour one I see. But anyway, let's keep going.
The most I've ever done in this realm is, and if you guys remember this, it was a while back earlier this year. I definitely wasn't the biggest fan of people, essentially waiting for his death and being excited about it. I wasn't. I don't really like that when people do that.
Me. That's my biggest pet peeve. Wishing death and non-existence. Maybe it's just me and maybe how my mental work. I don't know. Don't care. That shit irks me. It pet peeves me. I don't like people wishing death on anybody as well too. I even stop myself for wishing some thoughts as well too. One with the person we have in charge, and two. George Zimmerman, because the reason why I almost feel that way because he's somebody who's getting famous or getting some recognition. That guy that shit died down for a while. He's getting recognition, all this different recognition, like getting well known after he took a life of an innocent black kid. That's why, and I feel like. That he's a scum on the earth and why he's still walking around living. But at the same time, I shouldn't feel that way because I'd be hypocrite to how I felt. Because I don't like people wishing death or disappearance. Like the reason I say disappearance or non-existence because you got people saying that somebody should have swallowed you. I don't like when people say you should have been swallowed or we should put a condom on this person's parent or this person's father and all this or this person should abort you and all that. I don't like that at all. That I don't care. How I don't care what type of person you are or how petty you are because how you feel that way. That shit don't sit right with me. It just don't. It really just don't. I don't care. I don't care if that seems like I'm being soft or whatever. It just don't sit right with me. It never did. All right. Even if I thought it or say it out of anger, I'm gonna feel bad by it and regret it. But it's folks who say it with no remorse, no care in the world, and it's fucked up how people's mindset are as well too. You know what I'm saying,
or fans or whatever the case. I'm not the biggest fan of people doing that because this is like, what are we doing? That's kind of weird. And fast forward to now, it's happening, and it's still all weird to me personally. It's not for me. You want to react how you want to react.
Shout out to Velocity. And I now feel bad for feeling the way I feel about people acting like that. And Chisel. Shout out to these two as well, too. You know what I mean? And shout out to anybody who's feel that way too, like Devon Dudley, Leak, who people are coming at their heads about that too. I mean, Chelsea. Prayers out to Chelsea, man. I'm glad she felt better, man. I mean, again, I'm gonna boo you as a wrestler right now, but as a person, I hope you feel better, man. I hope you feel better, Chelsea, because you don't need that kind of negativity in your life as well too.
Cool, but at the end of the day, we all gotta die.
Exactly.
Every last one of us is gonna die at some point. The question is, how would you feel if people found out about some stuff that you've done on the low and said on the low? How would you feel? How would you feel if people just started mocking your death and talking trash about you when you're 6 feet under? Granted, I'm not excusing Hulk Hogan for what he said and done. This is the consequences of some of the things that you say and do in your life. Because
exactly. So, you can be okay with you live long enough to, if you die you'll live long with a villain. But this is, we're getting a real life look at somebody who literally just did that. Live long enough to see themselves as a villain. And we're looking at that right now. And we're seeing this right now. Do you want to be known as that? Because you all about that. That's another thing to think about too. Not saying you're going to be a straight out villain or you doing it just to be cool. But if you're okay with being an asshole in your life and people looking back as that about talking about how much of an asshole or how much of a shit person you are just because you want to be, because you hate being, because you just don't, you think something wrong being something and have any kind of good in your life, go right, be my guest. But if you're looking at right now, this is gonna be your future, and this is gonna be your. I'm not trying to say this is. I'm saying. Take a look at what happened with Hogan. Take a look at what happened. What's going on with Hogan right now. Just think about that. That's the consequence of it. I mean, shout out to his legacy and everything, but not being a good person. Now people are being disrespectful and everything as well too. So yeah. So, but again, but at the same time, do you want to be known as you want that? What people do the same thing to you because of how you are? Just saying.
Because people will never forget. So these are the consequences. But also at the same time, I don't think you have to move with that type of toxicity.
You don't.
Especially since they're already gone. So, but that's just my personal opinion.
Crazy to me. Because again, you can feel how you feel about them. You
course.
don't need to say anything. Or if you're like, I don't really care too much about.
Yeah. If you had nothing, some stuff needs to take heed. 1, 2 wrongs to make it right. Number 2, you have nothing nice to say, don't say it all. Number 3, not everybody is built the same. Like some of these 3 things need to be resonate in people's mind as well too, and be respected as well too.
About his passing, cool.
Yeah.
You want to get your jokes off? All right.
Yeah, you know what's going to happen.
There was some funny tweets that were shared. People had a tweet of like a video vignette from Hogan falling or whatever the case. Like, oh, this is Hogan entering the afterlife. Or they have other ones that said, oh, Hogan, they chose to have Hogan cremated because he didn't want to be laying.
Yeah, I've seen that one.
He refused to be buried or something like that. They had jokes.
That's wild, bro.
Hilarious jokes or whatever the case was, right? And that's all well and cool. But there are some folks who literally spent the bulk share of yesterday attacking people for paying their respect. If you happen to be a black wrestler or executive or anything of that nature that shared, your sadness for the passing of Hogan, people was underneath your comment section sharing photos of Samuel L. Jackson's character in Django. I forget the name. I want to say Steven, but I could be.
Yeah, Steven. Steven means I get on my nerves. I don't care. It is it. You call me a coon, whatever. I don't give a shit. That meme people use over how people feel about a certain person's death because of how they were and all that, or just being opposite race in general is annoying as fucking irky as hell as well too. Trying to share this around because I've already within 8 minutes video. This is a cool video as well too. Yeah, I wanted to share this because this is cool, man. Like, I like this already. I'm like 8 minutes in, I'm liking this already. It's definitely a good conversation piece right here. It's definitely a good conversation piece right here as well too. Though, and it's major facts. Like, I like it. I like it. I like it. Shout out to both of these guys always, man, for real. Yo, I had to, man. Anyway, let's keep going.
Be wrong. So somebody let me know in the comment section, fact check me on that. And then they were sharing gifts of like Uncle Ruckus and stuff. I'm like, bro, you mean to tell me
I didn't see the Uncle Ruckus one.
If somebody who's unaware of the tapes, or you're aware of the tapes, you can't take away the feeling that you had got, whether you had been a child or maybe a young adult when Hogan was in his heyday. Because the one thing that I don't quite wrap my mind around, even further, I can't even say the one thing. It's another thing that I can't wrap my mind around is the revisionist history of what people have been tweeting. They're making it seem as if Hogan is not a Mount Rushmore professional wrestler in the industry.
Yeah.
Hogan.
Come on, he is. Come on. Like, and there's people that say that you can use anybody else other than Hogan. Like me, I always get that, but Hogan was the one they used, and we are here right now with wrestling because of Hogan, the multimedia recognition of wrestling. If it wasn't out with him or the other people you thought of, as well as Vince McMahon, wrestling would probably still be in the territory days, being exclusive to, the folks who are super diehards, and, they are definitely, good as well, too. And shout out to Moby the man. He has a share too. We say on the share as well too. I'm saying I'm letting on recording reaction and thoughts too. Stuff and I send it to you. Yeah, but still, like we be in the heyday. I could be wrong. I mean, of course, I could be wrong. I mean, could be talking my ass about out of it, but at the same time, you think about it. We be in the same predicament, you know what I mean? We be in the territory days still possibly, you know what I mean? Or it could be another way. It wouldn't be around that time like the mid '80s when the wrestling jump off. Probably late in the '90s might happen, but still, either way, it got off sooner than we needed it, and wrestling as a whole, no matter how toxic the fandom is, whatever, is definitely going to be definitely is one of the best things of entertainment and sports going on right now, along with other sports entertainment as well.
Was amongst the biggest stars. WWF ultimately doesn't become WWE, and it doesn't survive without Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
I said this back in January or February when Cena had turned heel. I think it was maybe March 1st, whenever the Elimination Chamber just so happened to be. When Cena turned heel, I went on the record and said this is the greatest heel turn in WWE history. But Hogan's heel turn is the greatest heel turn in the history of professional wrestling.
And
here's the thing. I know the roof for hell, but but at the same time, cannot that be changed a lot, That's why I guess that's why people feel the way about heels now, in this bizarre mindset because of that, because of NWO and all that too. Hogan doing that in NWO as well too. So, but at the same time, at the same time, I can't prove for his heel, but at the same time, you can't deny it. That was great that time.
it's kind of hard to argue that.
It's not hard to argue.
It's kind of hard to argue that. And once again, we see what's happening. Like you said, people have revisionist history now because he's dead, and we know what he said in the past and all this other stuff, right? I get that. I get people don't want to acknowledge the accolades or the impact that he had on professional wrestling, but
and here's the thing, it ain't just because of the racist thing, because of how bad of a person he was. I mean, from the stuff you hear from the back politicking he did at the time as well too. But at the same time, if the dirt sheet, none of that existed, we would still know about, and that recording existed, we still know from for this as well too. Hell, it took a while till we found out how bad of a person the Fabulous Moolah was till they did that. The original women's battle royals was going to be the Fabulous Moolah Memorial Battle Royal until a lot of stuff came out because of that, and that was it. They had to change the name for it, and they never had that battle royal again. But still, if none of that guy came out, we would have continued knowing the legacy it is. But sometimes stuff had to come out, because so we won't be celebrating somebody who was a shit person at the same time. So yeah, but either way, you cannot deny what the impact they had in wrestling. It was a War too, and in a way aside for that. So yeah,
Whether you like the guy or not, whether you respect the guy or not, his influence was that important.
it was.
It was. Just be honest with you. Some of y'all favorites looked up to Hulk Hogan at one point or another. Now, obviously, things can change, and you can lose that support for someone or wanting to support someone. You're allowed to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, I hate to be that guy. I do. But he was that important to the business. And this is coming from someone that didn't really watch Hogan like that, because that's before my time. But I knew who he was, and I knew how impactful he was to the business as a whole. Like, once you start watching wrestling and you start to really figure out things, yes, you understand, oh, he's that pivotal.
And he was the first superstar to come out of wrestling, well-known superstar to come out of wrestling. I mean, there's been wrestlers in the past who did movies outside of wrestling. Jesse Ventura with Predator, Andre the Giant with The Princess Bride, Chief Mavia with the making appearance in mob movies, stuff like that. And stuff like that. I think it was a Bond character, a Bond villain. I don't know, but anyway. But this man, what The Rock, Cena, Batista, Roman the Way, and good amount of others who were Miz, who are appearing in multiple movies, shows, and all this well too. That was Hogan as well too. No Holds Barred, the Thunder Island. What was the Thunder Island? The Thunder Island show as well too. Thunder Island, right? No, what was the joint? By Hulk Hogan. Thunder Paradise series. The Thunder Paradise series, the multiple movies at the No Holds Barred, Mr. Nanny, and all this stuff. He was the first to do that. Being appearances on movies and TV shows, guest spots as well too. Hogan was started for that as well too. The Rock and Wrestling cartoon, Hogan. You know what I'm saying? No, you can't deny that. You can. I mean, I get it. Not a good person, but you can't deny that he was literally the first wrestling superstar. You know what I'm saying?
And important to the business as a whole. Like, we all knew, once he turned heel in WCW, like, that was like one of the craziest things that had ever happened in wrestling at that point. So everybody was, enjoying, well, not everybody, but a lot of people, were really big fans of Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hogan, NWO version of Hogan. Like, people loved that shit. People loved that shit when he was in WCW. So it's just like, we get it. He said some stuff, made some mistakes, but you can't take away his importance to the business as a whole. That's the thing.
Period. And furthermore, you can't make it seem as if Hogan wasn't cool. When Hulkamania was at its heyday, eat your vitamins, say your prayers, albeit the man was, cheating, doing the steroids behind, all that.
Typical Chisel, but yes. Say my prayers, eat my vomit, what tennis pipe, where we go, he said, yo.
Being said,
what you gonna do?
Still a complete phenomenon. He was the first wrestler to really break into pop culture, the mainstream, and took wrestling to heights that nobody had saw up until that point, until maybe you got Stone Cold.
Yeah.
So let's not make it seem as if Hogan wasn't cool. And
that's facts too. Stone Cold definitely was the second out of that as well too. Rock, it was Stone Cold. I mean, but somewhat but it wasn't a recognizable Bret Hart too, because him being on Lonesome Down, whatever. He made some appearances in movies and cartoons as well too. But Stone Cold was the next one that appeared on. Appeared on a lot of commercial. came his own character on the Celebrity Deathmatch and all that, and then Rock, as well too. Yup.
NWO, although the machismo and the swagger could have came by way of Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, because they were ultimately cool as well. But let's call a spade a spade. When you were a kid or you were a young adult, depending on how old you were when Hogan was in his heyday, WCW, part of the NWO, you were probably spray painting your championship replica as well, or if you had a toy belt or something like that. Everybody was doing the full life and everything. Let's not make it seem as if Hogan wasn't cool, bro.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird how people just want to go and rewrite history just because they don't like somebody. And again, I'm not sitting here defending Hogan.
Here's the thing about it: a lot of people do that too, either because they dislike the wrestler, or because they don't want to, or how wrestling they want the wrestling to be their way. Like, I told you plenty of times, people hate baby faces so much they want to act like the double turn between him and Austin and Bret Hart did exist. There's people saying that Bret Hart didn't turn heel, the audience turned heel, or So Cold and Rock were loved with heels, they were never faces. Like, just to either because they hate the term baby faces, or they hate the term baby faces, or they just want to mess with folks. That's the case right there. It's crazy how that is.
I feel about Hogan is the moment that I heard the tape, like, you know what?
Yeah.
Man's not a cool person.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You may
Simple.
not be a great human being.
Simple.
That doesn't take away from what it was that you done did in the wrestling ring. Because,
Simple.
yes, I understand there's a lot of controversy from separating the art from the artist.
Oh,
but
yeah.
again, let's be transparent.
Yeah, I deal with everything. I'm the one. I'm for one as that type as well too. But at the same time, I'll still lay low of it. I respect other folks who do it, especially if some people might relate to the victim of what the said artist done or condone or whatever that as well too. But me as a whole, I wanted to separate because, like I said, situation with Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, 6ix9ine time, Diddy right now, AR. I try my best to separate, but at the same time, I gotta lay low because folks are trigger happy with the cancel culture. That's the cancel culture is this, and people are trigger happy canceling folks. Not me, or labeling this person as this and that just because of what they think they condone or they support as well too, even though it's not really what they think it is. They folks sadly got that mind made up of said person just cause, and it sucks as like that as well too. I mean, I shouldn't care, but at the same time, it sucks that it's like that.
There's probably a number of people who are out there, even some of you who may be watching this video right now, your favorite wrestlers, stars, whatever the case may be in entertainment or anything that you look up to, they got outstandings as well. And you'll turn a blind eye to it because you're, a big fan of them, or you really.
And I'm glad he brought that point up, because I'm telling you this now, all these people that have this type of animosity towards Hulk Hogan and stuff like that, I'm willing to bet some of their favorite wrestlers that are still alive, some of their favorite entertainers, some of their favorite rappers, some of their favorite musicians, some of their favorite celebrities have said.
Somebody said, I thought it was AO. I did AO though, but I said that people don't like neither of them though. Say they're not cool with Hogan being racist, but okay with R. Kelly fuck kids or some shit like that. I'm like, first of all, that's a wild take right there, because I know people don't like both, because both is wrong. I will say that, but at the same time, I get why you went there, because some folks are very at times hypocritical, or they're excusing one because of their favor as well too, or they feel like what they done is not as bad as what the other person does well too. That's the other thing, but it's just as bad. No matter how you do, sometimes it's just as bad. I mean, no matter at what level it is, it's still bad. Excuse me. Hope that rain didn't get to my throat. Something come out to my throat. Oh God, hold up. Queen Ant, give me a switch second. My bad. This is Queen Ant keep flying around. She's trying to catch before she laid some eggs. And probably did her already anyway. It's that time of season. But yeah, it's still bad, but at the same time. So there's that. This is going for, like I said, going folks with more saying that, that have always about Hogan, but have this about other wrestlers. And then, like I said, wrestlers too, because, there's still people who still defends Ric Flair. There's people who, give certain other wrestlers a pass, not knowing they did some crap people as well too. There's people that still gives, I'm one, but here's the thing with Triple H and everything. I still have my ill will about how he was with Booker T and everything, and everything. And then there's people who still hold him accountable because the whole I don't see color thing as well recently, and there's people who hold accountable just because they are super hotep like this dickhead track this identity crisis as hotep. That means some of these wrestling group named, I don't know, A-Track Bond, Track Doom, people in there, whatever the fuck his name is. That motherfucker right there, yo. Dude's a straight up piece. He's just dickhead. I'm going to straight up say he's a dickhead. You know what I'm saying? He's a straight up dickhead. He made some sly comments on my thing as well, too, because I said something about poor Jimmy Hart, because, Jimmy took his Hulk stuff hard at the tribute, though, as well, too, man. He been with him for a long time as well, too. Many other, and that's probably his best friend. He was hurt, and dude said some dickhead comments about that, or somebody like, oh, anyway. So like he could have scrolled past my post, but he had to be a dickhead. But yeah, at the same time, like there's people like some of these other wrestlers have done some shit. And there's people even saying that So Cold is not that old of a person because he he could be somewhat of a racist, I doubt, and other is because they claim he put hands on Deborah, and Deborah is in his days as well too, so that's another thing. And then it's the same with the Undertaker because he won in his last man standing thing, the last dance, the last ride documentary. He had the Proud Blue support Blue Lives Matter shirt and everything, and he's a Trump supporter as well too. But still people still give him a pass. Here's the thing. I always say that between that and Hogan has made himself known as being bad, but only thing bad about Undertaker is he supported Trump. I'm not. You support who you support, whatever as well too. But so there's that. So either way, not everybody is perfect, and not everybody is all good. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, don't criticize others for showing some kind of like respect for a legacy. Not for the person because he may be a shit person, but the legacy they left. You know what I'm saying?
And done something that has either came out and they just gave him a pass, or hasn't came out, they don't even know it.
And it happens. Stuff has been known till this shit hit the fans.
Don't even know it. So we sit up here and we hold these individuals.
Also, like Tessa Blanchard. There's some people who are. It's people who don't give a pass. I don't. But there's people who are sometimes give her pass just cause as well too. Zachary Wentz from had a little moment. And I think that was more misunderstanding though. But at the same time, we never know. Enzo was a misunderstanding, but some people give him flack for it as well too at times. But yeah,
individuals to such a high standard, and we always forget they are like you and me. They just are in the limelight. So
Exactly.
What makes you think they don't say some wild stuff, or have done some wild stuff, or have made some mistakes that many others would try to cancel them for? It just so happened that his was so big and egregious, and he's one of the biggest wrestlers ever, that obviously people, that's the one thing they're going to harp on and stay on that. Which goes back to my point earlier. There are consequences for the things you say and do. and people do not forget and will never forget. Some people will hold something over you for the rest of your life,
Unfortunately.
even when they probably doing 10 times worse, but because you're famous, because they want to have this moral high point or this moral compass, all of.
So let's rephrase that. Selective moral compass. Selective outrage. They say selective outrage. Pretty much. Because, because folks get on me about showing morality with wrestling and all that, but at the same time, they have this moral compass about this and that, like, whatever. About certain, selective moral compass, or they, whatever. They claim with me with wrestling.
Of a sudden, to prove a point on social media, they're going to ridicule you for that. And they will never let it go. Ever. So, I'm glad he did bring that point up, man.
Respect what it is that they do. So you'll accept some from, those who you like, but you'll reject those who you don't like. So there's a lot of, hypocrites amongst us.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. I get it, right? But I just don't understand how people are going to sit over here.
How that dickhead jackass Quest used to call hypocrites? Yeah, fuck him. Anyway.
And try to sit on high moral ground and attack people for simply paying their respects. Ric Flair was on TMZ crying over the loss of Hulk Hogan. Now, albeit they may not have been great friends, they've had their outstandings as well, but this is still a peer of his.
Yeah.
Flair and Hogan were the biggest things in wrestling in the late 80s, very early 90s. People knew when you think professional wrestling, it's Hulk Hogan, it's Ric Flair. People was attacking this man for crying.
Yep.
They was laughing at this man for crying.
Yeah.
Oh, you should be happy that he's gone. What? Like,
What? You should be happy this man. Here's the thing with me. I'm not, because people probably think that's how I feel about what wrestler between faces hill. Here's the thing with me. I may act like I hate the person because of their alignment or anything. I don't. I'm just going along with the storyline. Boo the heel, cheer the faces. That's all. At the end of the day, I know most of these folks are best as friends as well too. I mean, I may have my strong feeling about it because I'm going along with the storyline, or I'm going extra hard because it's fueled by asshole fans who come on my head all the time about shit. So it's fueled by that. Yes, I'm gonna make that my fuel. When I'm in Java chair or Nah, shout out to Nah mainly them because they got better. My passion, how I feel with my comments, or how I feel about in these videos about the character right now, it ain't pure hate. It's fueled by other dickhead fans who come in my head constantly for how I feel. I don't necessarily hate MJF. I don't wish death on MJF. I wouldn't be happy if something happened to him. I'll be hurt. I'll be concerned. Same with Dominic. I'll be hurt. I'll be concerned. Same with current John Cena. I'll be hurt. I'll be concerned. Know what I mean? And so on and so on. Even if I found out this person was a bad person, I won't be happy they did. I'll be shocked and all like I was with Hogan. I'll be even be shocked and all that something happened to the president. Because when I thought he got shot, I'm like, oh shit, this is serious. This ain't cool. This is ridiculous. Till I found out if the Ketchup was there, but I was like, whoa. I they had a little poem. I'm like, whoa. I don't like the Trump, but at the same time, there's still a person's life in hands right here. But still, the fact that you folks saying a person should be happy because of how they were in the ring, were down. This is the person peer. Probably they probably dap each other out behind the scenes every day as well too. There may be some hatred, but down the line, if something bad happens to them, it's like that. I guess everybody want everybody to be like 50 Cent. You know how 50 was about Gotti's death. I mean, again, they weren't good people, but at the same time, he was being a dickhead the way he was with his little way about Earth guys passing. But still, so so that's going to be karma on his ass as well too down the line. Not wishing it, but it's not a good look for him. But yeah, but to say that you should be happy somebody that's just because of how they were in wrestling in scripted wrestling. Come on now, like really. This is when that's when like okay, cut the alignment, cut the kayfabe, cut the gimmicks. You on some bullshit.
I put out a tweet saying I paid good money to see what Iron Sheik would have said, today upon the.
Oh yeah, the Iron Sheik stuff. Like hey, people always with the Iron Sheik. I guess because he took the title of Iron Sheik. I'll be honest. I will say it. I don't care whatever. The Iron Sheik memes about Hogan is low key irky as well too. Like it was whatever. Like that was like that. Like that's just pure pettiness. Because deep down, I mean, maybe that's probably how you feel about the scene, or who knows. But still, it'd be crazy down the line that he really didn't feel that way about Hogan, and then y'all just go along with how he felt in kayfabe. Who knows? I could be wrong, but still.
Of Hulk Hogan, because again, like I said earlier, everybody's going to make their jokes. You could have yourself a good laugh, whatever the case is, right? But when you personally make it your mission to go and attack folks for paying their respects and condolences, it's crazy to me. Like you have active talent that were putting out tweets.
Yeah.
I think Chelsea Green had to delete a tweet and explain herself.
Yeah, that's fucking stupid, bro. I saw that shit. I'm like, bro. She let her pay her respects. She clearly, it's one of those things where she had to explain, like, she doesn't support racism and all this other stuff. I'm like, bro, you fucking, oh my God.
And this is why I don't care fuck the head of Jabba Trick and if I get this getting kicked out of Georgia, I don't care at this point. He can kiss my ass because he hate when I say disclaimer. This is why I have disclaimer because what they did to Chelsea right there. This is why I'm disclaimer. I disclaimer every fucking thing because I mean I shouldn't have to, but at the same time, sometimes we feel we have to because who the fuck we deal with? Yeah, we shouldn't give a fuck, but at the same time, we are caring. Some of us are a caring person. So Chelsea had to explain because people like to have their own thoughts and everything. This is why I feel like I walk with eggshells and everything. This is why, again, I don't root for bad guy villains and heels because people like to get the wrong ideas as well, too. Folks still want to try to find a way to get the wrong deal. Like, some certain dickheads in that jobbers here want to call folks heel for not rooting for the heels or being one-sided, whatever. They just because of wrestlers' gender and race at times too. Because it seems like that's obvious with the case. Because it could be any other wrestler at time. They won't say they still give you a hard time for it, but not as hard. But I mean, I'm saying it because I said I probably won't root for Bianca. She turned heel, and then the whole Naomi thing we're going right now. I'm going on as being cheering the face, booing the heel, but folks giving me a hard time for not. For Naomi because to them she's doing her best work and all that. I get it. At the same time, I'm going along with that, but whatever. They folks want you to change for them. Like I shouldn't have to. Whatever. And I shouldn't be villainized for doing that, for not doing that as well too, but at this point you can't tell people shit. Anyway.
Bro. Some of y'all have this moral compass when you want to have it. Shut the fuck up. That's how I feel, bro.
Thank you.
Like, bro.
I agree with heavily though. Sometimes I'll be careful saying because they going both like to use things against you also too. They might use that against me, but I agree with Ross. Shut the fuck up. Fuck off. Kiss my ass. Suck it. How about that as well too? And I shouldn't be called a heel for that because a babyface named Cody Rhodes told Rock to go fuck himself. That's why I cuss heavy as well too in that group because Cody made okay for faces to cuss again as well too. Cause that Dickhead Dollar will say, okay, how you cussing? You supposed to be representing face. Fuck you. How about that? Well, not as much because he has his moment, but at the same time, fuck him sometimes because cause he played too much and I don't. Anyway, let's keep going.
Shut up. She has a reason why she said what she said. Now she's retracting statements because people are trying to pressure. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop it, bro. Like, that's weird, bro. Let her show her respect for the business that she's a part of. Doesn't mean that she supports a racist. She just honestly just being like, hey, rest in peace to him, or, you know, prayers out to his family and friends, whatever the case.
I'll be over the hour video. I don't care.
Maybe, like, you cannot like someone but still show respect. You want to know what that's called? Being human. Being human. Being able to sometimes be the bigger person. Even if you don't even want to say anything, that's fine. If you don't want to show no respect or love, that's fine. But just
Like I said, if you don't have nothing nice to say nothing at all. Messages. And this video is so long, I'm not even going to try to add extra videos and all this well too. I'm going to do myself. Messages.
just going at people for doing that because they're human beings. Like, a lot of y'all act like y'all are just so superior and never do anything wrong.
Yep. Feel like you're not more. Feel like you're bigger than human, or then call others more like you're inferior. You're some kind of superior or some shit like that. Sometimes when they kick you off your high horse, sometimes you're imagining high horse time because how cocky and arrogant some of y'all motherfuckers are as well too. I really am. And then have you come down with a Suki or come down and hit you with that RKO, mini RKO.
Promise you, if we had a look into some of y'all phone conversations and text messages and deleted tweets and all this other stuff, people would probably be like, what are you? You're an evil human being with some of the stuff that y'all say, and then you prove it here. Like, that was kind of wild. They literally was coming at Chelsea because she just wanted to show respect, bro. Like, cut it. Relax. Just chill, bro.
And here's for the record. I'm not saying I'm perfect as well, too. Shoot. I'm a human being, too, as well. All right? But at the same time, I should be condemned for being a human being or being the way I am. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I shouldn't feel that works eggshell, but I might have to walk with eggshell to prove that I'm still a good person. I'm still a face, whatever. You know what I'm saying, to take my facehood, whatever. So.
And you have to give some sort of preamble. Oh well, although I didn't support what was, you got to walk on eggshells to pay respect now, bro. What are we doing?
Yep. It's what it is. We gotta walk with eggshell on social media. We gotta walk with eggshell as a wrestling fan. We always walk eggshell in general, right? Because motherfuckers just want to have their own perception of you without just cuz as well too. I don't know, because they want to be assholes. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about who you are, whatever. However, they just want to have this made up about you, no matter what, how hard you want to explain. I mean, and then people say you want to explain yourself. I gotta explain myself because motherfuckers have this expression on me. Okay. I gotta do it. I don't give a fuck. I gotta say disclaimer. I gotta explain myself. I gotta let folks know how I am. All right. That's how I fucking feel. That's how messed up my mind is, because how people got my mind messed up because of that. I should.
Crazy.
But it's getting ridiculous now. People are going so above and beyond to where every single comment section, and you already know, there's people who's probably sending DMs to friends and family of Hulk Hogan, attacking them or whatever the case is, because there's always going to be a percentage of people who take things way too far. But I find it very odd how comfortable people are operating like this.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's the thing about it, they have no remorse. It's a comfort level for it. Like I said, I can't see myself doing it because I'll feel bad afterwards. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how people are comfortable and okay with how they are. I can't. I just can't. You know what I'm saying? I may sound like I say, call me soft, call me a bitch. I don't give a fuck. Call me a pussy or you have to. I just can't see myself being that type of person, or even when I try to be a person, can't see myself being okay about that person. Hell, I have thoughts about, I shouldn't have about certain people because how they make me feel, but then I feel bad afterwards because I feel like I shouldn't be having this kind of thoughts as well too. That's the other thing. I know I shouldn't be making it about myself, but at the same time, it's just showing how much I can't. How can people have the mindset and mentality they have as well too in general, just with anything.
All nine. So
It's
I don't
crazy.
Get it, bro. I don't get it. Like, you're not going to sit over here and make it seem as if Hulk Hogan wasn't a star. You're not going to sit over here and make it seem as if Hulk Hogan was never cool. You're not going to sit over here and make it seem as if, Hulk Hogan wasn't who he was in the industry just because you don't like him. And again, if you don't like him, that's warranted. You can feel how you feel about him.
Understandable.
But you can't go over there and police, how people are supposed to feel about him. And then lastly, just something that I wanted to throw in there as well. Okay. Maybe about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, he gave his life to Christ or whatever the case is. Now, I don't know how much he may have changed his life in the last couple of years or whatever. I would hope that he made peace with those who felt wronged by him. Yes, he could have done a...
Wow. That's actually good to hear. I gotta know myself, but I'm all about that. And that's beautiful that I heard that. That's beautiful I heard that. I know it's but at the same time, there's people say they think there's people who are, same times, most Christians are racist. Some people in Christian and race as well too, because the clans was and all that. But there's people who are not about that. That's all about the spirituality of the Christianity and all as well too, not the religion. That's why I'm more about the spirituality of not the religion. But still, it's still nice to hear that he did that. Maybe, hopefully, he did. He showed his support for Trump. That's probably what made it worse, made it still bad. But at the same time, same time as that, along with the recording and all that about how he feel about our people, it's not a good combination. But the fact that he did that is beautiful. I will say that.
Way better job apologizing for what it was that he had stated, because when the tapes went public, he did apologize. But it's one of those situations where the apology doesn't feel as if you're actually genuinely doing it. You're more coming out and saying that you're disgusted by what it was that you did. You're embarrassed by...
I'm sorry, I had to look up to see what that term say about your apology. Your apology should something like that. That's what it should have been, like your apologies. These should be as loud as your disrespect. Yup, that's what it is. Exactly what it should have been. It wasn't loud enough as his disrespect. So yeah, that's the only thing. Oops. Go back. Oh no. Go back. I hit me by accident.
2 years ago, he gave his life to Christ or whatever the case is. Now, I don't know how much he may have changed his life in the last couple of years or whatever. I would hope that he made peace with those who felt wronged by him. Yes, he could have done a way better job apologizing for what it was that he had stated, because when the tapes went public, he did apologize. But it's one of those situations where the apology doesn't feel as if you're actually genuinely doing it. You're more coming out and saying that you're disgusted by what it was that you did. You're embarrassed by what was stated on the tapes simply because it came out and you got caught.
That's pretty much what it was. Like, he got caught. He always sorry because he got. That's the other thing. You're always sorry because he got caught. That's pretty much how it was, though. It could have been a little more genuine, but still.
Never gotten caught.
We would never know.
Get in front of it and come clean about the way that you felt and the things that you said.
Most likely.
And there's people who had worked with him who had said, no, he's not this type of person. Maybe it was just an isolated sort of a moment that he done did it, or there was numerous different times behind closed doors that he may have said the N-word or whatever the case is, what have you. All those people who have the personal relationships with him, I'll leave it to them to go and speak their story regarding him. But I can tell you this much. Even as somebody who, I was a big fan of Hogan when I was a young. As I've become older, and then the tapes come out, whatever the case is, like, all right, I'm cool off on it. I'm not going to sit over here and celebrate this man passing away.
Right.
Thank you.
That's
not
just
doing
crazy
it.
to me.
Not doing it.
Again, folks going and attacking people
Nope.
because they're paying condolences. Like, what are we doing? You have folks who's legitimately right now reaching out I think it's on Twitter, probably right now, at the taping of this video, right now. There's people who are trying to locate where SmackDown is going to be, and I think it's, what, Ohio or something tonight? Somebody, again, you can let me know, because it come off the top of my head. I'm trying to remember where SmackDown is later tonight. But there are people talking about, yo, I'm going to go see if I can make it to the show, just to boo.
And you want to know what's crazy? Because y'all...
The tribute, y'all. Hey, somebody said that it'd be crazy if people boo it. Like, thank God, I don't care. Thank God nobody did that. Thank God nobody did that, yo. Thank God nobody did. I know there's some people that you know didn't show love. And there's people in the stands with the wrestler that had different reaction or anything. But at the same time, thank God it wasn't boos like it was when he was on Raw that day. Thank God it wasn't like that.
Obviously filmed this before SmackDown. They didn't.
Thank God.
They didn't.
Thank God.
They showed respect.
Exactly.
And I know some people gonna feel.
Here's again, not because of this, but the fact that it's still some respect. It's still, you know what I mean, respect to this legacy of wrestling. Maybe not to the person, of Terry Bollea, but to the legacy of the immortal legacy of Hulk Hogan as well. Is they had respect for, and they did
some type of way, but they didn't. And if those that didn't want to show respect, they just didn't say nothing.
Exactly.
They left it at that, bro. It's crazy. He literally, the last time we seen him on TV was the Netflix debut, and he got booed.
Did he?
We're damn near almost in August. He passed away, and he got cheered. Because people wanted to show respect. And hey, me personally, I can respect that. I can respect that. They didn't come out there and try to, you know, take over the show. No, people showed respect. Because at the end of the day, bro,
They get respect for that.
You like him or not, still was a person at the end of the day. He still had family. He still had people that cared about him, that was on that stage. You know,
Pretty much.
People are entitled to feel how they want to feel, of course, but there's a time and place for certain things, and I'm glad they didn't go out there and just start booing and stuff. They showed respect, and you know, I can appreciate that, bro. I know some of y'all gonna feel some type of way, but who gives a fuck, bro? Y'all be fine.
Just to boo, where they're gonna go and pay tribute to him. Like the last time we saw Hogan on WWE television was, what was it, Netflix premiere? He came out there to go promote his American beer, a deal that should have been given to Steve Austin, because obviously that makes sense, but that's not what we're here to talk about, right? He went over there to go promote. He went out there with Jimmy Hart, and they got booed out of the stadium.
Yeah.
It was deafening boos. But then now he's passed. You about to go and purchase a ticket, not to enjoy the show, solely to go and boo and record yourself booing for attention.
That's so weird.
You think something's wrong psychologically, bro?
That's so weird, bro.
It's not weird to you? It's not weird?
It's definitely weird.
Like, we've lost the plot, bro. It's bizarre to me, fam.
Plot
so
is
I'll
gone.
say this much.
Somebody commented said that, and I read that Maite said, social media made y'all way too comfortable with disrespecting people and not getting punched in the face for it. Yep. Or that's another one, like, you know, everybody's whatever till they get punched in the mouth. Yeah. But still, man. Let's keep going.
To Hulk Hogan, R.I.P. He lived and left a legacy in professional wrestling. You could feel how you feel about him personally, and again, that's warranted. But that does not give you the clearance to not only celebrate somebody's passing, but then to go and attack folks who's paying their condolences. And lastly, I saw folks on Twitter saying this is just a trial run for when Vince passes away.
Oh, yeah. I'm telling, and I said this. I said
how that comes up, and I literally just saw that in the comment about it's no compare. Somebody said in the comment, it's no compare what happened when Vince passed. Oh Lord, oh my God, yeah, we just thought about that too. Just literally, that's a good point right there. Oh shit, that is something to think about. You know what I'm saying? There's gonna be some people that gonna be on some bigger fuck shit as they were with Hogan, with Vince, especially at this allegation situation. Oh yeah, they already over him about this allegation and shit. There's gonna be some shit with that if the day that we lose Vince, yo, oh my God, yeah, it's gonna be either just as bad, worse, or slightly tame. Who knows? It's still gonna be almost as bad with the Hogan situation. Oh my God.
It is not to be funny, but to be truthful. This is only the tip of the iceberg. I promise you. Whenever Vince does die, and I'm not wishing for him to die or anytime soon, I'm not even trying to put that out there. But whenever he does pass, I am telling you this now. What y'all seen today, or this past weekend, is only a fraction of how many people are going to go ultra mega rogue and say some of the most wildest, most disrespectful stuff you could possibly ever hear on someone's passing.
Oh boy, the folks I mentioned, the sons I mentioned too, White Track Brown, Jackass Quiz, going and good amount of others of what we call it, because they're part of what we call it in the central five of the group. They're gonna be on some bullshit. We ain't gonna write Jackass Quiz. He's not in the group anymore, thank God. But Track Brown hasn't found a way to get his ass kicked out yet, and he's gonna be on some shit. I can tell you right now, he gonna be on some nuclear shit. And hope that nigga should get him kicked out, but who knows? I might be out of the group before that, and he knows that shit. But anyway, who knows?
And Vince has made plenty of mistakes.
Yes.
But, bruh, it's going to be on a whole nother level. I promise you. I promise you it's going to be on a whole nother level.
Ooh, boy.
Nobody takes shit serious no more. And again, jokes is cool. But when you back to 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 back post, everything is, you're trying to capitalize off of this? Yeah, that's a little weird, bro.
We say RIP for likes. No, y'all doing this for likes.
Weird. So to Hulk Hogan, RIP, fam. RIP.
Hey, man, this was a dope video. I'm going to go ahead and give this a like, as y'all should as well. Shout out to the homie Chiseled. Hey, man, look.
Let me give both videos a like. His RosS video and Chiseled video like, and hope I can like. Might not get as much views as they get, but at the same time, probably have because I made this video almost an hour and a half long. But at the same time, let me get his like. Yes. Ooh. Like. Anyway, but still, let's keep going. We'll see what RosS final thoughts and then my final thoughts.
At the end of the day, bro. At the end of the day, you ain't gotta like Hulk Hogan as a person. You don't even have to, be the biggest fan. You don't even have to have empathy or whatever the case may be of his passing. I just think once you start getting to the point of just really going into your bag of the hatred, and then just really laying it on with the jokes. Even if the jokes is funny, but then you just keep going, and then you going at other people for wanting to show compassion at least, wanting to, respect his legacy as much as they possibly can. Also being aware of what he's done and said in the past as well, but still want to have that decency as human beings. That... Once you start attacking people that's trying to do that, at least the bare minimum, then it's like, all right, now you really have lost the plot, because now it's not even about what he said in the past. Now it's part of the trend. It's part of the trend. Like some of y'all are going insane because other people don't have that same type of hate that you got.
Right.
Stupid, bro. It is. This is where society's heading, bro. This is where society's heading, man. So it's really unfortunate. All you can do is pray for people.
Yeah.
Pray that God heals their heart. Pray that, they don't ever have to go through what Hulk Hogan has unfortunately have to go through in this situation, man. That's why I said in my video, my live stream talking about it, make sure you live your life to the fullest, but you live a good and honest life, because the things that you do while you're alive can ultimately be brought back up when you're dead. and you want to make sure you try to leave this world with a positive legacy, something where people can remember you in a positive manner. We're not perfect. We're all going to make mistakes.
Exactly.
But you want to be able to leave this earth better than when you came into it. So, but this was a really dope video. Shout out to the homie Chisel. I'm going to link down the video down below. If you haven't already subscribed to the homie, go subscribe.
I'll leave it right here. So yeah, I'm gonna try my best to remember to put both links on here. But yeah, pretty much what Chisel said and what RosS said is well too. We understand that you feel the way you feel about Hogan because of how he was. It's okay to feel the way you feel about, but to attack somebody, make them feel like shit for showing love for his legacy, not for the person he was, for his legacy, his impact in wrestling. Just cause you feel the way you feel, it's not it. All right, it's not it. All right, celebrate somebody's stuff is not it. Like I said, Rosh just made me retract my thoughts on celebrating certain person's death that's currently the leader of the current leader of the state, the U.S. right now. I'm not gonna do that. I mean, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm not gonna show no respect for him, but I'm not gonna be disrespectful and do that though as well too. So watching that made me retract that as well too. It's just, folks need to get their mind right. I get it. I mean, sadly, we're in this society, in this era of society where folks are just hell bent on being petty, savage, asshole, who are cocky and arrogant. I mean, no matter how much I wish it would stop being like that, it seems like it's just not going to get any better. And then, unfortunately, if folks like myself and many others who tried in the stairway are looked at it as something wrong with us now. So yeah, it sucks. But for those who are like me, who are not about that, keep going. Don't feel like you don't belong because majority of the people in this world want to be assholes, want to be savages, want to be petty, want to be on a villain route, want to harp the villain origin story. If you want yourself to live long and still see yourself as a good person, go for it. Go for it. Don't let nobody stop you, no matter what. I mean, I'm trying my best to do it no matter what as well. No matter how much bad thought is put in mind, because you feel like you want to give up and give people what they want, it's not worth it. Just don't do it as well too. That's all. That's my advice to you as well. I mean, because right now, and I know it may not be like that, but we witnessed somebody who did live long or see himself as a villain, and when they ride, and now you see how people will look at him as well too. You don't want yourself being looked at in that way as well too. All right, so don't, like I said, may not be as extreme as he was, but still, don't go down his level. Don't go down even close to his level. How about that? Maybe I'll say that. Other than that, this is one of the longest thoughts, toss, and reaction. Shout out to Chiseled Adonis. Shout out to In the Clutch. Shout out to Be the Man, because I'm going to show them this as well too when I get done. If you like all this, sorry for being long, but this was a good conversation piece that Chisel's was 12 minutes long. RosS was almost 30 minutes long, and mine is an hour and a half almost. Anyway, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. All right, condolences to the family of Hulk Hogan as well too, and friends of Hulk Hogan as well too. And I mean, despite all the controversy, the impact of Hulk Hogan will always be well known and respected. Anyway, it's your boy T-Bird signing off. One love.